At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. My name is Adam, CEO of Vibra Finance. And if you don't know, there's always something interesting in crypto, never a dull moment. 24/7, 365. Crypto never sleeps, never fails to let you down. Checking out some of the bubbles today. Let's get into it. Better than yesterday. We saw all red. I mean, it's the bear market. What can you expect? But it just hurts. It stings or something when you just don't see anything green. That just bloody red day. It just stings. And if you're not used to it, get used to it, because I don't think anything is changing for a while. You know, I think the Fed is going to increase rates either this meeting or in July. And then from there on, potentially a pivot. And then after the pivot is when we see typically the bottom. And that I'm expecting to become later on this year. So for now, it's to say it's DCA, create a plan and stick to it. It's pretty much as easy as that. Or it's as hard as you make it for yourself. And being in crypto now for 6 years, you know, it's easy to stomach these downturns. You know, it definitely doesn't feel good. You know, when we used to look at Coin Paprika 3 months ago or so, and HEX was in the top 10, you know, it was an awesome feeling looking at here. We flipped XRP, or, you know, we're running up towards Binance. And now you scroll, we've lost the top 30. You know, the first Richard Hart coin is now Pulsechain coming in at number 38, which that to me, honestly, is opportunity. It's nothing that makes me bearish. If Richard rewards his long-term believers, and those people, I believe, will get rewarded. You know, this is one of my favorite Twitter accounts to follow right here. StakeHex5555. I don't know about y'all, but I just can't wait until we get HEX staking optimization for go.hex.com on Pulsechain and more absolutely tremendous PulseX yield farm opportunities, because Pulse Network is the only place to be in crypto where your money is treated the best. Lulz. The greatest reset. You'll own everything and you'll be happy. I love it. Absolutely love it. The GOAT right there. Hit another awesome tweet down here. Uniswap DEX has 4 million in Pepe trading volume, but PulseX DEX has 4 million worth of Pepe LP. So Pepe trading volume can go a lot higher on Pulsechain than Ethereum. That's pretty awesome, guys. Bullish news. You know me, I've been talking about the blue chips now on Pulsechain for a while. For, man, what's it been? Almost a month? Good solid 3 weeks now, since before Memorial Day weekend. So it's going to do hourly here. And look at the Aave, Uniswap, all recovering. I mean, look at this pump right here. Oh my God. This right here. What up, Mobius? Appreciate you stopping in. This is the stuff right here you look for in crypto. And this is what can happen when you have a coin that only has $16,000 in liquidity. You know, we just pump right back up to a penny instantaneously. You know, that this looks, yeah, this is the highest amount of volume we've ever seen, it looks like. Let's see what happened here. A $626 buy. $500 buy. All right, so look at that. The big bot, $500 buy. Is that one person? Yeah. All right. It's one person coming in and accumulating a bunch of. So wow, that's crazy. But look at this, the power of one person right here. What up, Davis? Appreciate you stopping in. This is where the fun is, and the fun is just beginning. You know, look at that. Let that tweet sink in right here. Uniswap has $4 million in Pepe trading volume, but PulseX Dex has 4 million worth of Pepe LP. So Pepe trading volume can go a lot higher on Pulse Chain. Oh my God, I'm so bullish. I'm not sure where did he. See, where is he seeing those? Whatever. I don't provide Pepe wrap Pulse liquidity, but I'm not messing around anymore. But this is opportunity right here. I mean, these candles are contagious. These candles create FOMO. You know, I wonder if it's the same person that's buying this, that's doing it to Aave too. Because this is like the biggest this is some of the biggest volume that has came in since these coins have launched. And I don't, there we go. No, all right, it's a different account. So $1,000 buy drove this up 5 cents. That's how fast these things can move. Yes, exactly. Bring all the memes to Pulse X. We love them. Exactly. Bring them all over here. I bought PP. I have Pepe. So you got the PP Pepe, which is it's fun. Say that back and forth 10 times. But I have those two. So those are my two memes for now. I'm actually looking at SHIB, thinking about potentially pulling the trigger on some SHIB on Pulse Chain. That's like the last coin that like immediately I think of like what would pump. And I feel like SHIB could be one. $40,000 in liquidity. I don't know how they're getting these market caps, to be honest with you. $170 million market cap. I guess with the liquid, I don't know. But these are the opportunity, guys. Keep telling people pain is mandatory if you're going to get cheap prices. This is exactly what it is. And this is how it is. You have to see red candles for green candles, unfortunately. You know, you need to rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And it's similar cycles that go on every, you know, look at this Aave or Uniswap chart. What's this? Every 3 days, we're getting a pump and a dump, pump and a dump, pump and a dump. So I'm about to sell probably right now. I've been holding, but you know what? I keep thinking, you know what? I don't know. This is the time it's going to be different. This is the time it's going to be different. But that's why I only invest and dump into these what I can afford to lose and what I don't really care about. So if it does that, like I only have 10,000 Uniswap on here. So let's see how much Pulse X that gets me. The liquidity would load. I don't know why this does that. If any of you guys have problems with Pulse X, there we go. So 3 million Pulse X. It's not that much. So like I just have a feeling like that's the feeling of crypto right here, right? Where you're sitting on a profit right now. You know, I bought it at like 0.6 of a penny or something like that. So it's up 40%. And you know it's going to dip, right? You know this is going to come back down. This is not sustainable. And the faster it goes up, the harder it dumps right back down. So these dumps were within 2 hours. But the volume though, that's why I'm curious. You know, if volume starts coming in, if word spreads about these coins, I mean, you never know. how fast these blue chip coins can pop up. Switch to V2. Pools. I still don't see anything. And then the V2 pools don't even show up. I don't know. I don't know, Mobius. Not for me. Use V2 for the non-RH coins. Is there a new Uniswap pool? V1. There is okay, there it is. It's the same price though. No? 10071. Well, yeah, it's pretty much the same price. 16,000 liquidity. But this only has $3,000 in liquidity. All the liquidity is in V1. That's the problem. That's why, these are more volatile, the V2 ones. I know over time they're going to, I believe, just roll over to V2. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, which one do you want to trade? Or does it matter? I'm holding, I thought the same thing. I did that with V2. Why am I disconnected now? I don't understand. Like, what? I never disconnected. There we go. All right. So if I go to V2 and I go to trade, I got all my coins on here. Like I enabled all of them to swap. But there's been it like doesn't work. It didn't work right, or I don't know what was going on with it, but you know what? It was early. I don't even remember, but I'm ready to do either one. But yeah, I don't know where to find where the hell Richard is here. He's on V1, but where is he in here? Oh well. Whatever. It is what it is. I'll just keep following Hexlina, and I'll keep watching these pumps. And we already got a red candle. All right, let me just go back and check one thing here. Yeah, there's way more liquidity and I don't know. Most tokens have more. Yeah, these Degen altcoins don't though. Like, let's check Aave. Like, I'm looking at the V1 here that has 19 million in liquidity. And I didn't even see a V2 pool. And if it did, it had there's the regular one. Yeah, bro. These Degen coins don't even have V2 pools yet in them. That's how you know you're early, bro. That's how you know you're this early. If you're in crypto, these are the moments that come to the future millionaires. Personally, think this is the last bull run. 100%, bro. 100%. How do you enable the coins to able to see that? Are you talking about in Dex Screener right here? Or are you talking about in PulseX? Because in PulseX right here, you gotta just go to manage, you gotta add them manually. And then Dex Screener in here, you just click watch list right here and then main watch list. So I'll go to Uniswap V2. If that's is what you're talking about, and I'll add the V2 pool. All right, here's V2 Uniswap. Yeah, it's got way less liquidity. So watch list and main watch list, then it just pops up over here on the left on your oh, you can't see. Hold on. Oh, on PulseX, you got it. All right. So, what don't I have on here? ICOSA. All right, we'll put ICOSA on here. So copy it, go to PulseX, paste the token, and then you have to import it right here. When you paste it, import, and then you got to click this I understand button. And then from there on, every one you do, it'll be in your balance. And then if you want to delete it, you got to go to manage and then tokens right here. And then it'll show your list and you can clear what you want. Yeah, bro, me too. I've done everything on V1. There's no liquidity on V2 for all. I've been checking that because I've been hearing the same thing. But I go and I check the liquidity, and there's zero. Like this is V1 for Singularity Net, AGIX. There's $2,000 in liquidity. I don't even think there's a V2 pool for this coin. I'd be shocked if there. Oh yeah, there is. All right, but there's $27 in liquidity. So these things are so tiny. So I'm buying these coins that still don't even have V2 pools yet. That's how you know you're early. And this is the stuff you want to look at if you're a Degen, in my opinion. I don't want to go over to Ethereum. I want to be able to trade in and out, swap in and out for whatever for a couple thousand pulse chain and not have to pay insane fees. This 600,000 pulse chain I just swap for my one wrap Bitcoin or these WBTC coins. I just for some reason didn't feel like I needed to hold any more than one of them. And I got back like almost 600,000 pulse. And now it's worth 536. It's coming back up a little bit, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm just staying right here and I'm just chilling in the pool right here. I guess we're going to have to move over. Like that's the thing that I probably need to do is do my LP in version 2, I guess, and move that over. If I'm getting that, is that where I'm getting burned, bro? Is that what you're talking about? So let me check to see what the PLSX. The liquidity is 29K. Wrap pulse. Yeah, bro, the V2, there's no liquidity in any of them. All the liquidity is still in V1. Oh, no, okay, there's V2 with pulse chain. But there's no PulseX V2 pool that has deep liquidity. It's all in V1. I don't know, but I don't know. This shit, I'm just leaving it for now. It is what it is. And hopefully just watch these keep pumping. I'd love to see. Let's see what's Uniswap worth on Ethereum. Like $4.50, something like that. Holy shit, $4.27. So imagine if we got to 10% of Uniswap, which 42 cents. Imagine if we did that. That's a 40x from here almost. So this is where I'm playing around. This stuff is going to keep. These headlines are not going to stop right now. Investor sentiment dampened by regulatory challenges, pre-Fed decision. We know the Fed is going to probably raise or hold tight this next market. I'm pretty sure all the money is on a raise. Should inflation cool as expected to its lowest level since 2021, we could see USD dip as expectations of Fed interest rate pause increase, which should translate into temporary upside for Bitcoin before focus will fall firmly on the Fed's decision tomorrow, he said. As regulatory lawsuits cast a shadow over major players like Binance and Coinbase, Bitcoin's trading price stood at over 26K as of Tuesday. The sentiment is quite negative in the crypto market as Bitcoin fails to react positively while stocks are rallying with lower inflation data. Marcus Thielen reports. Bearish sentiment plays crypto market. It's not changing, guys. But these Hinman speeches just came out and the XRP army is freaking out, right? I don't know why. I don't know how this is more bullish for XRP than it is Ethereum. What if the judge says, yep, okay, I really think XRP is a security but Ethereum isn't. Bill Heyman was right. And she makes a ruling, and she, with her whatever call her summary judgment. Like, this is more bullish for Ethereum. So this is good for all of DeFi, in my opinion. If ETH can transition from a non-security to a security, that's where all this stuff's going. And I think that all the 53 coins that have been sued right now are kind of getting a head start on the market into where this is going, into legal sales of them. I could be wrong, but we'll see. This case, I thought it, honestly, well, there goes the mouse. I really thought it was going to end around springtime. I did not see it going this long out, but that's how this stuff is. All good things take a lot of time. Hex, what's up, Hex Bull? I can't wait to talk to you later this evening. Has eHEX bottomed? I don't think so. I don't think it has. The sentiment right now, the people giving up, this is ultimate capitulation. And I look at, I really think we could get down to a half a penny ish. So about a penny and a half. Let's see, what are we at on Hex on? Well, I like to look at it on Hex on both chains. What are we worth? 1.85. So I don't see us going less than a cent total. So what can that bring us down to? 0.4 of a cent. I mean, I think 50% from here is the downside risk in Hex. We've fallen out of the top. Jesus, where's Hex now? Hex on Pulsechain's number 46 on Coin Paprika. Where's Hex? Wow, eHEX is 67th. And +2 of the small liquidity in here. I think, what's the liquidity on Pulsechain? All right, they're saying it's only. Oh, all right. That's the volume. Sorry, liquidity. 40 million liquidity on there and 20,000. Yeah, this isn't right. But the volume's way deeper on Pulsechain, so eHEX is going to be more volatile, and people are giving up. And I think we're close, but honestly, I think still we could dip down to half of a cent. Look at the Hedron chart when it first launched and Pulse launched similar. Yeah, bro, every coin so similar when they launched. If you look at all dexes across the board, I mean, pretty much all these coins, all these Degen plays on Pulsechain here. If you look at Uniswap, Aave, look at Uniswap, keep going. They all the charts pretty much look the same. They come out, they have their pump, and then they dip hard. That's just how it is. And we're early now. This is the time to be a savage. This is the time to come in. Exactly. Bottom signals everywhere. People giving up left and right. People calling Hex a scam, Pulse a scam, Richard Hart, the ultimate scammer. These are the bottom signals that I'm looking for. I thought it was going to happen like 3 months after Pulsechain launched, but it's starting to happen quicker. But honestly, in my opinion, the faster this happens, the faster we fall down, the faster we come up. So we've seen it before where the Richard Hart ecosystem can decouple from crypto. And I hope that happens again. I think it will. And I'm waiting on this. XRP court decision. No, bro, definitely not this week. I don't think so. This XRP case is going to keep dragging out. They're saying by the end of the year. I was hearing that when Brad Garlinghouse is saying weeks, not months, that tells me months for sure. I think this is going to drag out until midsummer. I think coincidentally, like a lot of things are going to fall into place. Like the NASDAQ stuff, their digital assets are going to go live. I think maybe an ETF will all of a sudden get approved. The Ripple lawsuit will end. I think it'll all coincide with political season and the new people coming in that are going to take the opposite stance of the regulators right now, instead of just crushing everything and sending companies and technologies abroad. We need that innovation here. We need it to happen in the United States. And with the new regime coming in, with whatever the Republicans, Libertarians, the new Texas nationalist movement, whatever it is, they're going to be pro crypto, I think. And that's all going to happen. Then the Bitcoin halving next year in early spring. So I really do think that, I really don't care, to be honest with you. If HEX has bottomed, if it hasn't, it's not going to change anything that I'm doing. I'm DCAing into the market, and my plan is the bear market to end in September, around there. So right now, I'm DCAing in. I'm not really looking at that. If HEX has bottomed, if it has, great. If it hasn't, then we'll see. I'm just looking at HEX on Pulsechain here, and it seems that we kind of have found the floor. Every time we bounce down to 7/10, we've held. But what's the liquidity on here? 2.4 million. But you never know. I mean, at any point, the floor can just fall out again, and a 50% dip is in the cards with any coin in the top 100 all the way down to the top 1,000, where you're getting to the degen of degen plays. Like these coins, at any point can just rug. We saw it, the amount of money and the amount of selling of Matic, of Cardano, of these big coins. This was a coordinated dump, in my opinion. Just looking around, seeing what happened. It just felt way too coordinated. When massive sells were or not sells, massive influxes to exchanges right before the dump. It just, I don't know. It just didn't feel natural. I mean, look at that. We dropped down off of a cliff overnight. And when it happened too, it was late in the evening, I believe, at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So it was just really awkward timing, but this is opportunity, 100%. PulseX is a steal right now. 10K gets you 30K. I'll take it all day. Me too. I loaded up. I continuously will. And that's why, like, if you look at it long term, right, like the bull run is coming in 2025, right? So now is just the time to stack up. So if that's $50 a week, if it's $100 a week, if it's $1,000, if it's $10,000 a week, whatever you can afford and whatever you want to put into it, every single person is in a different spot. So everyone is approaching it different, but we're all in general doing the same thing. It's just with different amounts and at different times. That's all. And getting your foundation set in your portfolios, getting your Richard Hart coins taken care of before you go, FOMOing into these degen plays that I'm talking about, Chainlink and Uniswap and Aave on here. You got to make sure that you have your bags of Pulse and Pulse X that are completely packed. I have mine in the incentive farm here in Pulse and Pulse X earning. It's now earning me like, what's this, $6-7 a day, which is nothing. It feels like nothing at the time, but that's all right. This is a long-term game. And I started now with my rewards buying HEX. And because I think it's undervalued. And so now I've accumulated almost 4,000 HEX from the last couple of days of incentive token. And I'm going to just keep stacking HEX. I think that's the play. I have, compared to PulseX, but I'm looking at launch price where they were, and right after sacrifice, not before this dip, my portfolio, I'm way, way, way over leveraged in Pulse and PulseX compared to HEX on Pulsechain. So I want to use that incentive token and buy up HEX because it's going to pump. All the liquidity is all bonded in these coins together. So regardless of what coin you have, PulseX, Pulsechain, HEX, or eHEX, I don't know which one's going to pump. So that's why I have it spread out between all them. 50% in Pulse and PulseX. My bags are the same dollar amount. And, that's obviously like a 2.4, or no, what did I use? 2.5 was the difference, was what I used. So for every 55 million Pulse chain, 12.5 million PulseX, which is the ratio that I used. And at that ratio, I'm way low on HEX. So I don't know. It could be a mistake in the future. It could not. But for a month, I figure why not? Just take my incentive and swap it into HEX for a month straight and pack a bag of it. Because at 0.7 of a penny, I'm getting a ton of it. And if it just goes back to, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 cents, which it will, then you make all the money back you suffer from a permanent loss, which it's still not that bad at all. I'm still right at 40 million Pulse to 100 million PulseX. Just about with 2.5. So that's right where my average, my first buy-in was at, or my first LP was at 3.5, the ratio, and the second when I added was 2.06, and then I added a little more at 2.2. So I'm right around like 2.55, 2.6. So I think the ratio is going to go closer to 2-1, but we'll see. I could be wrong, and I could be doing it all wrong, but I don't know. I just feel like HEX for some reason is undervalued, and just looking at Richard Hart's past, what he's done, and rewarding his believers, I think that's where I'm putting it. I love the Degen plays. I love the blue chip L1s that are on here. I don't look at them really as Degen plays, like Uniswap, Aave, Pepe's the gamble, PP. Those are the two that I have to scratch that itch. But like Texan even, I'm super bullish on Texan. I bought a bunch more on Ethereum, and I bought more on Pulse Chain last week. And I'm going to continue to keep buying Texan. I'm a big believer in it. And I think long-term, it's going to do phenomenal. And the supply is dwindling up if you really look at it. I may farm eHEX with something else besides pHEX on V1 like PulseX. I don't have enough right now. So you think do you think I should get out of? See, I had that conversation with Facing Reality. At what point is it worth putting your money into one of the other pools? I think I thought this incentive was going to stay closer to 200 for a little longer, but we'll see. I don't want to get wrecked. I feel like there's the least amount of a impermanent loss in this pool here. So we'll see. What's up, Brandon Macy? Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, this dump definitely not organic at all. What's up, Godfather J6? How you doing, my man? Guys, one coin that I was looking at here, Karate Combat. It's on Hedera. We talked about it the other day. It's basically like the UFC, where you have two karate fighters fighting. It's just not as like violent, so it's a step down in the violence. So I think it can scale to the masses more, and there's betting behind it. And the winning fighter gets like 9%, and the losing fighter gets 1% of the coin that was bet on it. So this website here, cryptorank.com, if you look at it, you can see what the coins did from the pre-sale. And Karate Combat, it just launched this year, in April, early May, late April. And it magically, look at that, it did a 6x from its all-time high. And right now it's at 0.86 from its launch. And the early angel is down to 0.62. So the private sale was the lowest price, obviously, and then the last was probably one of the main raises here, but they're at 0.62x. And if you look at that, where are we right now with Pulsechain? 0.86%. So we're literally right at exactly where this Karate Combat coin ended up. So we're doing exactly what we should. It was nothing out of the blue. We launched in the bear market, and what we did was exactly what was to be expected. There was a lot more money at stake in Pulse and PulseX. So the amount of whales that had money in, they waited 2 years. They wanted to pull some of that out. So you didn't see a 6x like this coin did. You know, we saw what, like a 3.5x, something like that. And this is completely normal. So we're trending in the right direction. I know it doesn't feel good when you look at your bags and they're constantly down, but take a gamble at some of these blue chip coins. I'm sure I'm missing one. You know, I'm sure SHIB will have its pump too. So if you don't have Uniswap or Link or any of these other ones, Aave, that are pumping right now, I'm sure SHIB will pump. You know, I didn't get a bag of this on here yet. This is the only other one that I'm looking at. I'm gonna add this to the watch list. But it scratches that itch of like the Degen plays. It helps you like not think about, oh my God, you know, PulseX and Pulsechain are down so much. You know, like even it's crazy that I have what was it, 3 million PulseX in Uniswap or something like that? That's like 1/70th of my bag. And I'm more excited about that little pump in Uniswap than anything else. If Pulsechain pumped up 10%, honestly, I wouldn't even care. I'd be way more excited about seeing that green candle in Uniswap. So it's crazy how like your mind plays tricks on you. So if you can like scratch your itch with some of these other coins, it really helps you like not do stupid stuff, in my opinion. It really prevents you from like making that dumb move you regret the next day, like that FOMO sell or that fear sell, that FOMO buy. You know, there's such small liquidity in these coins. You know, you can almost just like rinse and repeat. If you look at like this Uniswap, they all are doing so. You can look at all the charts; they're pretty much doing the same thing. Well, in these blue chip coins, Chainlink, same thing. You know, you see these green candles, and then you see rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You know, every green candle pretty much proceeds by a dump. So here we go again with, you know, Chainlink. This is fun. Scratch your itch. You know, you can still. Aave, I know, was at way above 22 cents. Yeah, look at this. So before Memorial Day weekend, it ran up to 45 cents. So I've held through all this, and I actually added onto my bag when it fell down to like 15 cents down here because I saw it run up to 45 cents already. And if it did that once, it can do it again. We're in the middle of a bear market right now, and people are still just finding out about Pulsechain. I promise you, if you step outside this circle, the amount of people that know about their copies of coins on Pulsechain, it's so small. It really is. Wagme Games could be a good one to degen on. Wagme Games. There we go. Is that on Pulsechain? Or that's an ETH alt? Yeah, a lot of liquidity. Why haven't I heard of? Is this a meme or is this an actual coin? All right, there's no Twitter link to it. That's a red flag. Yeah, I'll definitely look at it. Like for my gaming stuff, I'm into Vulcan Forged. I'm into I bought Alluvium here on Pulsechain. I have Gala and my my sleeper gem. Sorry. Where is it here? My sleeper gem is Altura on Binance chain, the cheapest place to get it. And I got a bag on here. It's like $400 worth, 15,000 coins. But I really think Altura is an undervalued gaming coin. That's my favorite one. But I still think Vulcan Forge, Nakamoto's another one. I didn't get into that, but another one too. Yeah, S Fund. That's another kind of gaming token that I'm in. It's a game token. Wish it was on Pulse. Yeah, but I'll check it out. I liked Illuvium. I did well on that last cycle. I actually dumped it when it hit $100 on Ethereum, and I have not bought it back. It's just dumped so bad. So I feel like I have enough exposure that I can't see Illuvium outperforming PulseX. I can't see Illuvium outperforming Pulsechain. I can't see Illuvium outperforming Texan. So it's like at this point right now, why would I put new money into coins I know won't outperform, or at least I think they won't outperform them? It's on Twitter. So yeah, I must have looked at the wrong account at the wrong account there. I'll check it out. The Whammy Games for sure. Equilibrium Games is another one that I have on the XRP Ledger in the Zum wallet. And then on Hedera too, there's a couple that are couple gaming coins on there that look real cool. I forget the name of it. I have the land NFT, the Earthlings. That's what it is. But there's so much stuff. To my strategy is like what shout out Chris from the Verse, his like $100 strategy. When you find a coin or a Degen play, throw $100 at it. And that's exactly pretty much what I did with everything on here and with stuff on Binance. When these meme coins like PP and Pepe, I just feel like it's riskier not to have money in them when you see candles like this. Like Uniswap right here. I mean, look at this freaking green candle right here. Like, this is insane. And if you're not in this, like this and you miss it and like you're watching it, it creates a ton of FOMO. So I feel like, yeah, it's time to sell right now when you see candles like this. So I'm going to do it right here live on camera and just dump half of it because I think that's the right move. That's what I would advise everyone that I was talking to or anyone that called me and said, hey, what should I do? I would recommend immediately sell half your bag. When you see a candle like that, it's just too good to be true. So I'm going to actually just do 2,500. I'm going to sell 25%. Actually, no, I'll do 4,000. And get back 1.38 million, which is probably around what I put into this. I know I bought around $1 million worth, and then I topped off. I had like 8,700, and I topped off to 10K or whatever I had right there. And always go to the gas fees here and put them down. They're super cheap right now, and that you can save yourself money because they always get you on that market rate. They always tax you a little bit. So always go in there and do that. So, all right, there we go. I'm now practicing what I preach, taking profits. When you see green candles like that, you got to know when to take some profits, especially if it's money that you can't afford to lose. I only have a little bit into this. What's that? $40, $45 I just took out. So that's how I put in what I can afford to lose, what I don't care about. And if you're coming into this expecting to double your bag, you're going to get burnt every time. You can't expect to do that. You have to pull it out when it's least expected. When I jumped on stream here, the last thing I thought was Uniswap's going to be up 100%. That's the last thing I thought. You never know which one of these coins. It could be Quant next. It could be WBTC. You never know. So that's why having exposure to them is the most important thing. And being able to take profits when you see these green candles, instead of what 90% of people do is they'll come here, they'll come down to Pulse Chain, and they'll go to 24 hours. What has pumped the most? All right, let's see. What can I get into now? All right, what's pumped the most? This is the last thing you want to do. You want to now go do the opposite. Go and see first what's rugged and try to figure out why and learn from it, and don't go near coins like this. All right, that's number one. USDT's rugged, so don't go near that. And then start to look to see, all right, here's real coins now. Zen down 33%. That might be something to take a look at. Every time it dumps, it pumps up. The liquidity is tiny. There's only one. Oh no, that's the wrong pool. 1.7 million in this pool. So it could be a time to look at Zen. PZen, same thing. Dump, but it always seems to have a candle. So you never know what coin is going to pump. But if I was buying new stuff right now, I would do exactly this right here and come in and see what's down. Pulse Kitten, I wouldn't touch that with any of your guys' bags. Poor Pleb, so that seems to be Doge is down. But you got to look at the liquidity too. I wouldn't touch anything that, unless it's a solid coin like Dogecoin, 3K in liquidity. I don't know. I wouldn't touch that. It just doesn't feel right. So I would look at PP or honestly Trust Swap right here. That's another coin that I like on here. I think I have a little bag left. Yeah, I have 1,750 left. I took profits on this because it was pumping like crazy. And it was an Ivan on Tech old school coin that he was shilling back in 2019. So, it's dumped hard. And I sold it back at like almost 4 cents up back here. And it has not recovered. So I think it's lost its steam. And I don't see like a narrative behind Trust Swap. It's not a blue chip coin. I don't know why it pumped in the first place or why it had liquidity. I think it had definitely was Ivan on Tech, had something to do with his community, because I've never really heard anyone in the HEX community talk about it. So yeah, I'll probably get out of that completely, or just keep an eye on it. I mean, it's such a small amount. I mean, how much is this still worth? I mean, yeah, 770,000 PulseX. So it's really not much at all. So I might just let it ride, because if it could pump like it did before, I mean, I bought this early because it was one of the first coins listed on here that had trading pairs that were moving in the Degen pairs. So that's why I have it in the first place. I recognized it and was like, oh, Trust Swap from back in the day. What do you know? But other than that, let's see, what do we got on here that. All right, Pulse and PulseX looks all right. SHIB's starting to move a little bit. I might actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to move my Trust Swap into SHIB, because I think I see SHIB. There's, I don't know, a lot more reasons for people to come and check out their SHIB on Pulse Chain. If it all of a sudden pumps and there's value on there, who knows? People might come over. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and swap out my Trust Swap for SHIB. And we will see if we get burned. Or if it plays out. I mean, this is such a small amount. But God, this is the stuff that I do. These are the moves that I make just screwing around on here. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask in the chat. I'll try to answer anything I can. So I'm just looking at, where is it? Looking at my DB Zen here in my Zen. But I can't get it to pull up. All right, forget about that. So, yeah, you guys have any questions in the chat, let me know. Definitely feel free. The Hex Bull, can't wait to talk to you later tonight. Get you squared away, get you on track, get a plan together. So you'll be scrolling down your watch list and just seeing these green candles left and right. So where's my Uniswap sell? So yeah. All right. So wow, there's 4K in liquidity in here now. All right. But still, all of the action seems to still be on V1. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. My huge sale here sent the price crashing. But no. Yeah. Awesome time to be in crypto, guys. Even in the bear market. Look at these candles. Texan pumping like crazy. Green candle. Uniswap, green huge candle. Aave, green huge candle. Chainlink, huge green candle. Is that on there? Get that off. So there's opportunities. Don't let people fudge you out. Don't let people don't listen to these doom and gloom people on Twitter. It can get so toxic on there. It really can. And you got to stay positive. You got to look at these as opportunities. You really do. In another year from now, that's the biggest regret people have that I talk to in the last bull run is I wish I bought more when it was cheaper. I knew to do it, but I didn't for some reason. The biggest regret. So if this chart looks just like HEX, so if we chop for another month into July, that and then go up, that's perfectly fine with me. A slow and steady grind, I love it. That's what I love to see. Chop sideways and something like this. Whoop, right back there, up to somewhere around the sacrifice. Nope, actually, I'll be up way higher, but you get the point. Slow and steady is much better. If we had pumped hard at first, we would have crashed right back down. And how can this not make you feel good? Looking at Karate Combat, a brand new coin. It was actually, sorry, let me grab the mouse. It was just on Joe Rogan's podcast. He just mentioned Karate Combat. So if it's going viral on there and he's talking about it and we are at the same exact number, literally within like 0.5%, PulseX and Pulsechain. PulseX is at 0.86 of sacrifice price. Karate right now is at 0.85. You can't make this stuff up. And the angel investor, which would have been like late sacrificer, for example, is at 0.62, down 38%. I mean, look where we are. We're at 0.34 of sacrifice. So we're down, only 68%, but no big deal. Him and documents today are looking metallic, look really bad on crypto Twitter. Posted about it at some post-chain Reddit. Yeah, bro, that's funny. I talked about for a little early. These are the article that came out on Blockworks about this right here. Definitely interesting. But that's good to know that it's making Vitalik look really bad. I'll definitely check that out because as much FUD as we deal with, Richard is so right. I don't know about y'all, but I can't wait till we get HEX staking optimization for go.hex.com. So what is that? So what's that? On Pulse, so what? You connect and Pulse chain works? Is that what he's talking about? I'd imagine. HEX on Pulse chain mainnet. There we go. Actually, I don't know why I'm on this wallet. I don't have any HEX on here. Let's see. Where's Google? Why? my God. If I drop this mouse one more time, I swear to God, I got to get a better setup for this. X is not available on this network. Oh, yeah. Polygon. Pulsechain. Connect. I haven't checked this in a while. Shout out to Coreum. I did almost all my stakes right now on Staker app once it came out. But I don't know why this isn't connecting here. I guess this is maybe what Richard's talking about. Because that is not working, Richard. I hope that's what you're talking about for your yield optimization, staking optimization, and pulse chain, and more absolutely tremendous Pulse X yield farm opportunities, because Pulse is the only place to be. I agree, bro. And let's get all of these blue chip coins up to 10% of what they're worth on Ethereum. Just 10%. That's all. You know, chain linked to what? 40 cents? Let's do a 10x from right here. I'm down. Aave is worth what? $60. So to $6, a 28x, I'm in. You know, that's not unreasonable. I don't see why we can't go to 10% of what these guys are on Ethereum. Who wants to trade? ETH gas is small, is not much right now. So the fact that some of these are pumping right now while you can degen around on Ethereum for cheap, that's bullish for me. Super bullish. What's up, bro? Stressful struggles. Appreciate you stopping in. Going big right now. Bro, I wish I could go big, bro. I'm looking around for stuff to sell right now so I can put more into this stuff. I mean, honestly, I'm just waiting. These pools. I mean, then permanent, look at that. See, then permanent loss is crazy. We just lost 300,000 Pulse X just like that in this pool. But it's all good because we're making it back in incentive and we're buying back HEX at super low prices, and that will make up for it. I'm not worried about this impermanent loss. Over the course of a year, it'll be all good. You know, I got at least 2 million Pulse X from the first swap out of incentive token when it was at like $50 or something like that. You know, I got a couple million back, so that eats the impermanent loss for a while. So honestly, I don't think there's much risk in doing these. Richard Hart's liquidity, Hart's law, unlike anything else out there, we are following karate combat to a T. I mean, guys, can't make this stuff up. You know, this is cryptorank.com, and you can come in here and you can look at some of these past IDOs at projects that you might, you know, that was one of the ones that I own a bag of, so I clicked on it. And here, let's check out Sui. This, yeah, these assholes. You know, Sui was, all the founders got all their allocations and were able to dump on everyone super early. So I can't even look at Sui and say that's a fair comparison. You know, karate is definitely something. Chain GPT. Here we go. Oh, wow. All right. They're up 1,000%. Well, I guess that just shows you the AI narrative. Oh, no. It was on Seedify too. Oh, no. I have my Seedify staked and I'm earning the S-Fund NFTs. I probably could have got into that pre-sale. But that's why you can't do everything in crypto. That's a perfect example of something that I missed out on that I probably could have taken a part of and gotten into early because I have those coins staked on there. You know, and I'm buying. That's why I like Binance too before Pulsechain. It's where I did most everything because stuff was cheap. It was cheap to do. So I have all my S funds staked and I have these S NFTs that you earn. I don't know what the hell you do with them or what it even serves, but I haven't had time to really look into it. But it is, you know, I saw a bunch of pre-sales on there, and I don't know if I didn't stake enough or I didn't qualify for them. I don't know what it was, so I just kind of gave up. Oh, this damn mouse. I gave up on it, and that's something that I might regret now, but it is what it is. You got to take what you can get. You got to take what's given to you in crypto and be happy with it. So Pepe opportunity right now down 24 or 17% in the last 24 hours. But Pepe seems to be struggling on Pulse. I don't know why. We could definitely drop down another 50, 70% from here down to like this, what is it, 600 level. So another 60% dip is definitely in play for Pepe. So be careful for that. But I'm holding strong. I'm hearing multiple people saying that there could be something built out on Pulse Chain for Pepe. So we'll see. Now's the time. If you don't have a bag, now's the time to get in, in my opinion. Obviously, this is financial advice. A YouTuber talking in front of a screen. Do everything I say. If not, you're going to get arrested. I'll send the feds after you, and then send Facing Reality after you. And then from there, I don't even know. I haven't even thought that far. There we go. All right. Yeah. Let's see what, why is it so big? Let's see what we're worth. I don't have big bags, guys, honestly. Like I'm not a whale in this stuff. 5 trillion coins. So 2 million PulseX, not even 1.9 million. I know that was worth 3 million at least the other day. I bought that bag like a week ago. So I got punished on that. I literally bought like right in here somewhere. So it's down at least 50% around there. But it is what it is. If you're going to make these degen plays like that, you got to be able. Look at that Uniswap. Here we go. See? And now if this comes all the way back down, I'm going to say, oh my God, I wish I sold more. I wish I sold it all. I wish I sold my whole bag. And that's what people do. They'll come in now and they'll dump it all. And then it'll come back immediately. If you go and sell it all, it'll pump back up and then you're screwed. I don't think it will. I think it's going to retrace back down. And it's crazy how like watching it and keeping your eyes on it and me just talking about it, it made me kind of like hard to sell. And now it's like you see this candle and you're like, wait, what the hell? Why didn't I just sell half of it? What was I thinking? It's obviously coming back. But there's always that part of you that says, oh my God, this could be the time that's different. This could be the time that's different. And it's not. It's not. It will always, always, always come back. I promise you. So I'm going to, so my 4,000 pulse. I don't know why this is so slow. I get it. VTube, there's no liquidity. So, all right. Yeah, we already profited over 100,000 PulseX now from making that move. So this is how you win right here. But you have to be on this stuff constantly. And for me, it's like, I don't want to have to be watching this every day. It's something you could do. You could absolutely trade these candles on Uniswap. Like this is so predictable. Look at this. Once a day, it has its green candle and then dumps. It's like clockwork. It's almost like someone's doing this on purpose. And you can just ride along on the train with them. Same thing with Aave. They're so similar, these charts. Actually, I can't go with that. So there's opportunity, guys. It's everywhere. This will scratch your itch. Here comes a nice green pump. Let's go, Texan. Shout out Rags and Crypto Heartbeat. Those guys are awesome. I love Texan. And I want to see it pump like crazy. I added on to my position on ETH the other day. So I'm super happy about that. I don't know if it's pumping on Ethereum, but nope. Dang, we're down. Actually, no, it didn't because I donated to Ophir or Ophire or Ophir. Shout out David Lee. It was Ophir. If you guys haven't done it, definitely donate a little bit. You can do it. Yeah, it's on Ethereum, but gas is super cheap right now, guys. Super cheap. I was surprised to do a swap yesterday. It was like $7 or something like that. The gas is 16 Gwei. This is great. This is what Pulsechain was meant to do. Just keep the gas down on Ethereum so you can trade on here and not get destroyed. And honestly, my HEX stake I have due, it's not even worth ending. It's like, I want to say it's like $88 to end a stake, and it's only like $70 in HEX right now. At 0.7 of a penny, I made that stake 2 years ago at the absolute top, and it was worth like probably $2,500, and now it's not even worth unstaking. I mean, I'm sure it is long term. I'm gonna have to do the math. I probably will end up doing it, but it's crazy, and that's the stuff I feel bad for people that did that. That stake 2 years ago, have a stake come due, and the gas eats up 90% of your profit right now because HEX dipped temporarily. It's like gut wrenching. It's hard. How do you now convince new people to come in when they look at the price chart and it's as bad as Celsius? That's why you just can't, you never know. I think HEX will be fine. I really do. I think it'll be fine in the long run, but how do you convince new people to come in when you've pulled the Celsius on the chart? They don't have their copy on Pulsechain. So it's going to be a tough sell in the short term. When money comes back in and money finds DeFi again, yeah, no problem. People will find HEX. But in the short term, it might be painful. That's why I think we might not have bottomed. We might still roll over to a half a cent, and it might get ugly, guys. We need like an ultimate shakeout event like this. Like Bitcoin is still holding strong, in my opinion, at 25.5. Like news isn't really doing anything to Bitcoin right now. Bad news. Like we're holding pretty strong. I was thinking we were going to be down towards 20K right now. That was where my predictions were, and we've held higher. So I'd rather be wrong and to the upside for the price. I'd rather not be saying, oh yeah, I think Bitcoin will be at 40K and it end up being at 25. I'd rather say, yeah, I think it's going to be at 20 in a couple months, heading into midsummer, and then we'll recover towards Labor Day into the end of the year. I'd rather be wrong and a slow and steady grind on Bitcoin. Same thing on Pulsechain, slow and steady on the way back up. That's the key to success. Nothing crazy. And also support projects you like, people you like. And that's what I do with Texan, donated to the Ophir. So do that if you haven't. They're charity. They're working with churches and stuff, I believe. I don't know why the website isn't working. I don't know. I don't know why, but that Ophir.crypto on Twitter. Definitely go do that. 20 days or something left. 21 days on the donation phase. You'll get some coins for it. Obviously, no expectations, but yeah, I want to support Crypto Heartbeat, support Rags, support Texan, support the ecosystem. So do that. Also, if you have not liked, share, subscribed, please do all the above. We're trying to grow the channel, want to reach more people, want to get more people into the ecosystem. More people, we get 100 people in this chat, and we look at a coin in here like I don't know, Render, not blue chip altcoin on Ethereum that has absolutely tanked on Pulsechain. No reason why we can't come in and mess around with something like that and just have fun doing it with one of these coins. Even with Texan, we all come in and pour money into Texan and watch it pump. So trying to grow the channel, reach more people, help more people. It's the only way we grow is bring new money into the ecosystem, new money into crypto. Let's go incentive token, little green candle. Love that. Need that. Need that extra yield. We're starving here. Feed us, Richard. Feed us. That's all I got for today. Appreciate all the support. Like, share, subscribe. What up, the verse? See you in there. See you Degen away. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Wednesday, Lindsay the Hexakin. Check out her stream too. She just did with the counselor, or not counselor, divorce finance expert. I don't know the exact title, but it was an awesome stream. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys tomorrow.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.